Hello and welcome. I'm Angela of Stampin' Beauty in Christchurch, New Zealand. Today I'm sharing with you how to make 4 quick cards. All the products I'm using today will be listed in the description box below and can be purchased via my online store. And if you live in New Zealand and would like a copy of the latest Stampin' Up catalogues, please contact me. I'd love to send them out to you. So this is the card I'm going to be making 4 of today. So you'll need 4 white card bases. I've already burnished those in half. And then 4 layering panels. Now these are 9 centimetres wide by 13.4 in depth. And then I've got the Attention Shoppers stamp set, and I'm using the Happy Birthday sentiment from that. I've got that here on the block, and Night of Navy ink. And I've got some little pieces of cardstock and all the colours I'll be using, and they'll all be listed. They're all variations of blue and going into that pool party colour there. And I'm going to be using these little dies here, which are from the Hearts and Hugs bundle. They're the dies from that. So get all this out of the way. So the thing that's going to take the longest time really is die cutting, and I thought if we used all the little dies from the Hearts and Hugs die set at once, then we could get 4 cards in one go, rather than just doing it each time for just one colour. I'll just run that backwards and forwards. This makes it easier to pop out here. I'll use my Take Your Pick tool just to poke that through there. So set those 4 aside, and then this is going to be the most laborious part really. Just get those little dots out of the way. I always like to pop something on to watch if I've got a die cutting project, do them all at once. Makes the time go quickly. These are the cutest little dies. I love these little flowers. You could use a different set. And some of the die sets from Stampin' Up have a whole row of flowers, so you could do them all in one go. Let's get those dots out of the way. The idea for my card was from Claudia Massa. She had little hearts, hearts on her card, and I like that idea. Just simple and easy. I think sometimes we don't end up making a card because we think it's going to be too time consuming. But this way too, excuse me, you've got a whole 4 cards in one go, so it's quite nice to have a wee stash. And then you've got some to pick from later on. So I'm choosing, I've got 7 colours here, 7 blues. It would look pretty in pinks or oranges, greens, reds, purples, any of the colours. Or you could do it in the colours of the rainbow, that would look cute too. I'm not getting in the way too much, so that's good. Sometimes if you leave bits on, it can sort of dent your die cutting images. And you could use bigger images too. I've just picked these small flowers. And you could do a longer card too. It would look really good on a long card. I'm just doing a standard base, but you could change the base size. Lots of options. Nearly there. Just one more colour after this. And I have chosen just to stamp with the Night of Navy, and I'm using the metallic enamel effects basics in gold to put little dots in the middle. So you could, to coordinate with the gold, you could emboss the sentiment. That would look nice too. Put that all out of the way. Oh, I've missed one. I'm getting ahead of myself. There's one more to go here. It out. Just make it easy popping it out with using that point from the Take Your Pick tool. Right, get that out of the way. And then what I want to do is put dimensionals behind all of these. So it's another wee TV job. Just find using tweezers just makes it easier to pick those up, because they're a little bit fiddly being so small. So the reason for my series is just to make people, you know, not make people, encourage people to make cards, because sometimes we just think, oh, I haven't got time, but I definitely think it takes less time to make some cards than it does to hop in the car, drive to a store, pick a card, and pay the price for it too, which they are just getting increasingly expensive. And you know, it's lovely to be able to say you made it, get the satisfaction and the enjoyment. It's nice too when you give a card you've made and somebody said, oh, did you make that? It's nice to get a little bit of feedback. And lastly, these four. So these are just the mini dimensionals. They work perfectly behind there. Oops. That's that job done. Then what we want to do is bring in the card bases. And could possibly do this like a little bit of a, can't think of the word now, like a conveyor belt. So just take that off there, and I'm starting, this is Night of Navy, I can remember that colour. That sort of up there, and it doesn't matter that you can see the white, because I'm going to be popping that dot in the middle of gold, and I'm pretty sure this is I was going to say azure afternoon, but actually, no, it's blueberry bushel, this one. So you can pop these in any sort of way you like. I just wanted them sort of coming down the card. And then the next one is Misty Moonlight. Tuck that in over the other side there. Yeah, and then this one, Azure Afternoon. So once you get going, it is quite quick. And then I think it's a good time to pop the stamp in now, because so you're not trying to get past the other flowers at the bottom. So I'm doing that in Night of Navy. Just scoop those out of the way, and I've lined it up so it's straight on the block. Put a good ink up, and then I want to come up from here, go straight up and about there. I have over inked my little bit, but never mind. As long as I'm careful, it won't go on the get any of that ink on the card stock. So up here, about here. So the idea, because it's straight here, I can just line it up at the bottom, go straight up, and hopefully nice and straight on the card. Then I want to go in and put the next colour. So this is Boho Blue. I'm just going to tuck that in under the Happy. And then this is Balmy Blue. And then this one is Pool Party. And that's the last one. So that's taken too long so far. Well, that's got the size on the back there. So then I want to put dimensionals on the back of these. I want to get these nicely spread out so we don't get any sagging. Using up all the whole dimensionals. I always cut them in half, so I use the half ones for other projects. And last one here. And rip all these backs off. Another little TV job. If you're so inclined. Sometimes it's nice just to have a little piece, though, isn't it? Get lost in your thoughts while you're doing these jobs. and the last two here. Then I've got my basic white card bases. So I just want to get those nice and straight on there. It's not too bad if you don't get it completely straight, because it's white on white. You've got a little bit of room for forgiveness on that. And lastly, this one. And then the last thing I want to do is using the metallic enamel effects basics. It's quite a mouthful, isn't it? And gold. I'm just going to add little dots in the middle. So I just pop it down, then bring it up, straight up. Because it does tend to have a little bit of a point on it. It sort of drags up a little bit. So it just means it will just fall back on itself. I don't know if you can see that. It does, but it will settle down. And then you just need to set them aside to dry, and they don't take long at all. Probably till they're totally set, a few hours, but they don't actually take very long to sort of harden a little bit anyway. And these come in silver and a coppery sort of bronze colour. Just I think they finish those off. But you could use sequins or gold pearls or anything like that too. Or coordinating, if you could find coordinating colours for each of the blues. And that is the 4 cards made. So I don't think that, I haven't got my timer on so I can't see, but it did take not too long at all. And then you've got a set of 4 lovely cards. So thanks very much for watching. See you again soon. Bye.